Okay, so here we are going to get into comparing fractions. Before you start comparing fractions, what I highly recommend that you do is simplify all of the fractions so that they're easier to work with. Here we have two different fractions, at least they appear to be different on the outset. And what we want to do is either say that 4/6 is less than 12/18. So this is a less than symbol for. And the way that you can remember how to know, which way is which and what means what, think of alligators, okay? Think of alligators. In fact, alligators always, you see there's an alligator. Okay, alligators always like to eat bigger things, don't they? Wouldn't an alligator like to have a bigger fish than a smaller fish? So the openness of this symbol, of this inequality symbol, is always going to be open to the number that has a greater value, okay? So if something is equal, then we'll use an equal sign. If something is this way, then that means that that this thing over here is bigger and this over here is smaller. You see that? So if the crocodile or the alligator is facing this way, then this over here on the left-hand side is going to be bigger. Okay, so that's just a way to remember. Okay, so again, let's first simplify. So if we had 4/6 and 12/18, which is the example that we had before, this is what I recommend. Simplify both of them first. See what happens. Okay, so let's just look at 4/6. So the way to simplify a fraction is to look at the greatest common factor that goes into both the numerator and the denominator. In that case, it's 2, because 2 goes into 4 a perfect number of times, 2 times, and 2 goes into 6 3 times, okay? If you want to, you don't have to do this for me on a quiz or anything, but if it helps you to think of it, divide both. You need to divide both by the same number. You can't divide this by different numbers because it'll throw off the fraction. So you can divide the top and the bottom by whatever you like as long as it's the same for the top and bottom, okay? Now let's try to reduce this. What's the largest common factor between 12 and 18? 6, okay? So divide the top by 6 and divide the bottom by 6. Okay, 6 goes into 12 2 times. 6 goes into 18 3 times. And lo and behold, 2/3 equals 2/3. See how simplifying a fraction first is probably going to save you a lot of time? So I highly recommend doing that. Okay, let's do something that is not necessarily equal. How about, let's say, 4/7 and I'll do an easy one, 5/7. Okay? If there is the same denominator, if they share the same denominator, then all you have to do is look at the numerator and see which one is bigger. So 5/7 is going to be more than 4/7. So let's say, if you have a pie that's broken up into sevenths, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, I'm not going to do it perfectly, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, didn't do it perfect, but there are 7 slices. Hopefully, we'll pretend they're equal. And wouldn't it be nice if you're going to eat a pie or an alligator that likes pizza, you'd want to have not just 4 slices, but you like to have 5 slices because that'd be more, right? So this is going to be bigger. And you do not have to draw the alligator each time. But if you want to, that's fine with me.